Yash, I'm gonna make a couple more videos on this topic, and then I think I'm gonna concentrate on my other two channels, because I mean, I understand this is a difficult thing here. It's like we got this uncontrollable movements that cause a lot of pain, so the natural tendency is to resist because something doesn't, it's not normal, it's not balanced, so the instinct is like, stop doing this, I want to get rid of it. But then that resistance makes the compulsion to tick, or the, whatever muscle spasms you have, dystonia, it makes it worse, it compounds it, it potentiates it. So how can you allow a painful condition but not resist it? This is why I keep pointing to the spiritual aspect of things. It's like we need some higher, greater power to assist us with this, because it's just too much. The mind can't figure this out, And that's why I keep pointing to natural health, like not remedies, but help. When we have a balanced life, like if I'm in nature right now, it gives a different vibrational support than like if I'm in a busy environment with a lot of stress and a lot of people, just talking, gossiping and all that. It's just an example. So we need support for our nervous system. So being in an environment like this, it can ground the nervous system better if we stay tuned, like if we're ready for that, if something inside knows this is true and cooperates with that. But see, a lot of people, the problem is when people are stressed or have, it's a tough situation. When people have certain painful disorders that they're trying to get away from, then it's like they want to be in a loud, more stressful environment because it can give a dopamine hit, which can be an escape from what we feel, and also it's just the stress in general. It's like an escape because there's a lot going on, So the mind then, it doesn't have to focus and feel so much the pain or the uncontrollable nerve impulses that are causing us to tick and cause more pain. So when we get in a more of a loud or stressful environment, it's like we get distracted. So then it seems to buffer the discomfort that we already always feel, some of us. So it's like then if we get into a quiet environment, or if we go to an ashram or something, then all this stuff's going to start to come up. We're going to start to see exactly, how imbalanced this nervous system is. But it's like we got to bear that for a while because when we see that, you see, that's an important word I'm using. See. When I say we see that, who's seeing what? There's awareness, or there's consciousness that there's this involuntary, seemingly imbalanced, uncontrollable movements taking place. Something's seeing that. Well, something has to be seen before it can be let go of. So that's like the first step. That's why it's like the first step is hard. The first step is we shape our life in a way to where we're not running or trying to escape from this stuff. So then it's seen. And then when it's seen, there's some capacity to begin to realize, well, this isn't really who I am. This is the body. And then some deeper wisdom, some intuition can start to tell us how to deal with that. Something starts to recognize more. It's like you start to stay as your real self, who's seeing this stuff, instead of incarnating in or identifying with the stuff that's being seen. See, I don't know who's grasping this or how much interest people have in it, but I'm just cutting to the root. I'm telling you, like, this is the real answer. And the answer doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go away, you're going to be cured. The answer is that you're not going to suffer from the, you can say, the emotional or spiritual or mental debilitation that's usually associated with having such a chronic disorder, an imbalance. You see, because it's the self-talk that's the problem. It's the mind that amplifies all this and keeps saying, you know, I want to get rid of it. This sucks. You know, what am I going to do? I got to get rid of it. That causes more pain, causes more stress, which causes more tics. So I'm going to make one more video, and I'm gonna the real answer. I'm going to give the real answer. Yeah, and it's not an easy answer, but it's the real answer. So stay tuned. I'm going to make it right now. Talk to you soon.